Oh man, so I don't know about you, but I'm a bit of a romantic, and I'm reading this amazing book, The Way of a Seducer by Hans Komen. And I actually met the guy. He's a character. He's incredible. And he gifted me this book back in Colombia, and I just want to read on the art of seduction and what he wrote here. So it's a little bit, it's a couple pages here, but I think it's going to be worth it. So here it is. I see three phases in a life devoted to the art of seduction. Three stages in becoming a masterful seducer. The three stages differ from each other by the seducer's focus and his intention when he encounters her. Each phase can also be distinguished by the questions pondered. In the beginning, a man looks to conquer that girl because he thinks she will provide him with something he misses. He attempts to please her in order to get from her what he thinks he needs. He mulls over the questions: does she like me? And his behavior is rooted in scarcity and anxiety. His focus is on her, but his intention is to take something from her for himself. In this initial phase, it may look like he cares about her, but every persuasion is really about him. A man in this early phase can hardly be called a seducer, as he contributes to the bad reputation of this sacred art. In the middle stage, a man turns his focus inward. Instead of fixating on getting with her, he concentrates on his own growth. A woman becomes secondary to the expression of himself. When a man directs some of that self reflection to the art of seduction, he seeks to understand how he can grow as a seducer. He shifts his attention from skills and techniques, trying to say and do the things that work, to expanding his seductive traits and becoming his most captivating self. Things that he asks himself is, what do I want? How can I become a better seducer? Does this help me thrive? Does this girl help me thrive? Do I like her? His anxiety ebbs away as he experiences more abundance, and he grows in self acceptance and love. In other words, the seducer shifts his focus from her to himself, but it remains in his intention to get from her what he wants or thinks he needs. There is a third stage, however. Wait, a man in this intermediate phase can be called a seducer as he attracts the women that are good for him, and he shares memorable experiences with her. Now, there is a third stage, however, the most magnificent of all, but nearly all of us are too self absorbed to ever attain this level. We never tap into our full seductive prowess. In this last phase, the seducer shifts his intention and focus outward toward her in the seduction at play. He discovers the beauty and power of self-effacing, self-effacing attentiveness and cultivates himself in order to be at the service of the seduction. When a seducer loves himself enough, he gains the strength to look outward and give. He gets a sense of the ancient dance of seduction, how to adjust his steps to each woman that accepts his invitation. He moves from taking, then sharing, to giving, and seduction becomes his way to practice love. As the initial phase, the seducer focuses on her, but no longer out of scarcity and anxiety, but from a place of abundance and love. In this final phase, a man wonders, what can I do to make her shine? And what is my role in this seduction? How can I be of service to you? Artistic seduction does not feed off of the insecurities of the other. It provides pleasure and makes the partner radiate. In his pursuit of mastery, this man is able to seduce more and more women, much like an adroit dancer who makes each of his partners look like a star, even if they have never danced before. The ultimate stage is the stage of beauty. The seducer no longer looks at seduction as a finite piece of knowledge to be completed, but as the infinite accretion of experiences with beauty. He has no thoughts of pride, but with gratitude and delight. He looks for mystery. He looks to be enchanted, to be seduced. He seeks beauty. This man knows the way of a seducer to the end. If your goal is only to get with girls to take from women, then whatever you can take or get away with loses meaning as soon as you get it. However, when you seek to get women to become a seducer and to give the gift of seduction, you enter the realm of ever increasing gratification. I feel like I've been through that initial stage for sure. I feel like maybe sometimes I balance into the third. Yeah, I'm definitely not a master seducer. Sometimes I can be selfish, that's for sure. But imagine how freeing it'd be to be at that third stage where all you focus on is on giving. You're good. You're already good here internally, but all you do is seek to give. You seek to make the other person shine. And this is a huge reminder and this is seduction in all aspects of life. How do you elevate somebody? How do you create that magnetism, right? And it's so much more about you bringing out the good in others. I think that is the key. That's how you become seductive. It's not about you becoming somebody better, more interesting, better experiences. No, you solely focus on lifting the person in front of you. And I think if we all did that a little bit more, if we all became a little bit less self-conscious, a little bit less anxious, a little bit more self-accepting in who we are, and we just impacted one more person throughout our lives, per week, per day, when you're at work, you give a compliment, right? Out of completely not seeking anything in return, a high five when you're out on a run, give somebody a high five. Hey, looking great. Love your outfit. Looks amazing. This is something that I'm going to start practicing more. Just imagine the doors that could open up for you if you're just a little bit more social, a little bit more giving, sharing more good vibes. I mean, yes, let's get women, let's get girls, right? But I mean, at the end of the day, it's like, let's get life. Because the beauty of life comes through relationships. And if you can make all of your relationships shine so that everyone becomes beautiful to you, then you're in heaven. You're literally in heaven. And that's the art of seduction. That's why I love this book so much, because it's a tiny little book here. Very tiny. It's more of a poetry book, right? Um, and it's just like filled with wisdom about just the romance of life. It's just literally the romance of life. And how to live life in this dance, this ever playful dance, ebbing and flowing and weaving through all the things that happen and sticking to the truth and ultimately your truth, because it says no seduction should be deterred by the truth. But a seducer never plays with the woman's heart. What matters most here is that she trusts your word and never to betray that trust. This is also a place of honesty. Honesty is not simply laying out the truth or a one-sided decision to speak your truth. Honesty is a real relational approach, much more about not hiding your intentions or not being afraid to express your truth than about bluntly speaking it. And yeah, I think that's true. Honesty is not about you living and putting your truth onto others. I think honesty is more of an inward thing. Are you being fully honest with yourself? Is this all in alignment here? Is there any lies? Are you hiding anything? Because if you are, everything falls apart. And people can see that. When you see somebody so aligned, so at peace, they radiate some type of energy that other people don't. And that is seductive in itself. So I'll leave you with that. More, I'm kind of right on this seduction woman. I've been with my girl for 6, 7 years now. Probably get married soon. um, and it's been a dance, a play of us always bringing that spark and becoming playful and not becoming mundane, because I feel like that's what causes relationships to fall apart, and always reminding myself that it's all about the lightheartedness, the playfulness, the flirtation. All those things are super important. So hope that leaves you with a little bit of inspiration, and I'll see you on the next one. Cheers. Love you.